do we need natural and organic farming? Before I move on, I am here just to share with you, I am not a big farmer. Okay? I am only a micro farmer. I am a father who would love to provide organic own produce to my kids and my family. That's my main motive and my main agenda. Okay? And the Lord has taught me how to have that this can be reproducible to our pastors, to our missionaries, so that they could also be healthy and supply their need for food. So I'm not here as a big farmer. I'm here as an advocate of organic and natural farming. Okay? And also, this is not a business. Okay, for me. Because many trainers and preachers or trainers of organic, they at the end they always sell, product or fertilizer or something, that will. I won't be selling to you anything. Okay, after this training, I just want you to analyze, think about. And I will share with you what I have experienced for the last 5 years that I am studying and learning and applying what I have learned. Okay, the good thing about listening to an experienced guy like me, my mistake cannot be anymore your mistake. Okay, what I have learned, I can share it with you for free, and these things is you will see that I have experienced this. What I am sharing with you is the thing that I have experienced, I have done. Okay, the principles here, before I will share it with you, I have seen it happening in my small backyard farm. Okay, now I have 2 farms. Okay, I am a consultant in one big farm in Alfonso, and I have my own backyard farming that I am doing. And now I am sharing this to a lot of missionaries and also trainers. So, and let me also remind you that it's not what you will hear here that will change you. It is what you apply afterwards. Okay, we have attended so many seminars and trainings already. Okay, probably, but always remember this, anything that you don't apply, you don't practice, will not benefit you. Okay? But if you are going to apply and use this in your setting, this would definitely gives you joy and satisfaction. Okay? So, let us continue. Okay? Why organic farming or organic or natural farming? First of all, okay, the solidarity with the law of nature. Okay? Do we all agree that nature has its own laws and principles? Do you agree with that? The Bible said that there is a law of seed time and harvest, right? And we use that many times in our teaching and training our people, but sometimes only in giving, okay, not on farming. So it is a belief that makes a natural or organic farming that all created by God and has the ability to preserve life on earth because everything has its own purpose. So it balances the ecosystem. Later on, you will be amazed on how I see those used to be problem that we have in our garden, in our farm. But later on, you will realize it has its purpose. Okay? Because I have learned and I have seen how these things are being used by God in the principle of farming. The ability, everything has its own purpose that balances the ecosystem. Next slide, please. Okay. When I was starting 5 years ago about this micro farming, I discovered that God has provided me with hardworking volunteers, volunteer workers, that produce and delivers the best fertilizer in my garden. Every time I wake up in the morning, I would see a soil. I don't know if you have a garden in your house. A soil that has usually the grass area. You would see a portion of a soil. If you notice it, it is the dropping, or what we call in Tagalog, dumi ng bulate. Okay. Nilalabas nila yon. They're bringing it outside. Okay. Then I don't give much attention on that. And I didn't realize that as my experience and studies on organic and natural farming, the vermicast is one of the top organic fertilizer available in the market right now. I don't know if you've heard about the African night-crawling worm. Organic farmers are now having it cultured so that it can produce a dung or their droppings and put it on their organic vegetable. That's one of the top and best organic fertilizer. They call it vermicast. Vermicast. It's the casting from the worm. Okay? So when I was asking the Lord about it, when I prayed, I said, Lord, farming seems to be hard and difficult because you need to dig the soil. Sometimes I got a wound, calio in my hands, doing tilling, So I said, Lord, this is difficult job. It's hard because I have a little garden in front of our house. It's almost about 100 square meter, and it's an excess lot that the village said, sir, you can plant fruits and vegetable there so that the grass won't grow. So it's in front of our house. So since I have excess time, I love planting and I love vegetables. I did planting. So I started with tilling and digging. It's hard. And I realized that after tilling, after cultivating, and when I place my seedlings and seeds on the soil, when the rain comes, all my seedlings in the soil are washed out. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the hard rain will wash out the topsoil of the garden. It will be washed away in the canal or the low area of the garden. So I said, Lord, I will have to dig again and build again the soil and bring the soil up again. And when the rain comes again, it will be a routine. So it's so difficult. When I prayed about it and said, the Lord said, son, I have already made that easy for you. Why do you have to make it hard for you? I have provided you with hard-working volunteers that produce and delivers the best fertilizer in your soil. And the Lord told me, those worms I have already sent to help you garden. My 5-year-old son would always go early in the morning, get the worm in the road, because my son would say, Daddy, this worm is going to die. I need to save this worm. Because when the sun came, the worm is in the street, or the car passed by, those worms will be dead. And so my son always wakes up in the morning, pick up those worms, and put it back on the garden, on the soil. Okay? And everything we need is all around us. Thus, nature's potential are maximized and nothing is wasted and ruined. I realize that the worms and the cricket are a natural soil worker that cultivates the soil. All you need to do is to bring all the leaves and the bark and the grass, the dry grass, together to form your plot, and the worm and crickets will go under and eat those composts. And that is the wisdom that God has given me. And after the grass has been eaten, all those vermicast will come out on beside of that compost. And that will be an additional. I will put it on the water. I will get the vermicast, put it on the water, and that will be the watering that I put. It's a pure organic compost vermicast eaten by the worm, and they have made it easy for you, to have a fertilizer. Okay? So the next time you see worm, those are your friends. Okay? Those are your friends. They have a purpose. God has put it there in our garden. The problem with chemical farming these days, the worms and the crickets are not there anymore. They're not there anymore because they are being poisoned by synthetic urea and other synthetic fertilizer. And some, I realized that some farmers are using a hard chemical to kill the grass. To kill the grass. They spray a hard chemical to kill the grass, and after that they will cultivate it. And that will get rid of different kinds of microorganisms that are beneficial to all these plants and vegetables that we eat. Okay? So would you like to have a volunteer worker in your garden? Huh? And you can even try this. If you have a potted plants, put a worm inside that pot. And all the leaves that will came down from that pot, the worm will eat it, and they will bring the vermicast into your pot. And you see the worm there, they won't leave. They will stay there under your potted plants. And they will keep on growing. And they will give you a fertilizer for your potted plants. I have seen that happen for the last 5 years. And the worm kept growing, kept growing, kept growing. Okay, so they deliver. Okay? They deliver the fertilizer in front of you. Is that nice to hear? Huh? Do we have a helper? God has ordered these insects, small insects, crickets, and worms, maggots, even maggots. You know, in our house, we don't throw the leftovers. We don't throw it. We dig a hole, put all those leftovers there, cover it with soil. After 3 weeks to 1 month, I get those compost and put it on my potted plants and vegetable. Okay, it's very, very healthy. You will see all the worms are going there. Again, they're going to eat all those left fruit peeling, vegetable. They're gonna put it there and eat it, and they will exchange you with vermicast, fertilizer, good for your plants. Next slide, please. Next. One time I was asked to preach to handle a team building in Baguio. Okay, when I was in Baguio, the coach of that football team told me, he said, "Coach, I don't have money to pay you for your team building. What I have is a 2 tray of organic egg. I'm going to give it to you as my love gift." 60 eggs, 2 trays of organic egg. I said, "Where did this come from?" I am a manager of a farm, a chicken farm in Baguio. I said, I'm going to give this to you as my love gift. So I receive it. When I was home, I was about to eat the eggs. The Holy Spirit impressed to my heart. I said, "Don't eat it. That is your organic chicken farm on the making." So the Holy Spirit prompted me to bring these eggs into a hatchery. There is a hatchery, outside our village, where the cockfighting, hatchery, they bring it there. But I bring my organic egg there and I said, "Can you hatch this for me?" So the 60 eggs, after 21 days, came out 43 chicks. Since I don't have time to take care of it, I said to one of my member who is raising also a chicken in their backyard, I said, "Can you take care of these 43 chickens? And I'll provide you with food, just take care of it." Okay? Then lo and behold, after 3 or 4 months, they're growing fast. And my member said, "Pastor, your chicken is already grown up. A month from now, they're going to be laying eggs. So you need to find a place for them." I said, "I don't have a place for them." I said, "Lord, you said this is my farm. Can you give me a place to put them?" One morning I was playing basketball with one of my neighbor came in, and we played basketball. After some chat, he told me, "I used to raise chicken, but now I don't want to gamble anymore." I said, "Really?" I said, "What do you do with your farm?" "Nothing. It's there. If you want to use it, use it." It's 900 square meter lot that's full of grass. It's about 3-4 kilometers away from our house, along Daang Hari Road, Ibiya area, Victoria. I said, "Can I look at it?" So I went there, I looked at the area. It was fenced, it saw a lot of grass. I said, "Lord, thank you for providing a place for your chicken, for our chicken." So when I put those chicken there, the first egg was laid. Can you imagine? Only 5 months, a chicken will give you egg already. Only 5 months investment. It could already give you 5 eggs per week. Yung mga member natin, 5 taon na natin pinagpe-pray, wala pang return of investment. See, the chicken in just 5 months will give you a return of your investment. 5 eggs per week per chicken. Okay? Of course, hen. You know, roosters don't lay eggs. Okay? So, I have around 30 plus hens that is giving me 5 eggs per week. That's a lot of eggs. 10 is already 50 eggs, right? A week. So 150 eggs. Okay, next slide.